MajorSlackVideos.
Yeah, this is fun.
Shut up, Pee-wee.
Okay.
Yo, my name is Major Slack. Thanks for joining me again and welcome back to Shadow of War. This is the Siege of Minas Ithil.
The spiders showed us the truth. Gondor's last fortress in Mordor cannot fall.
The Palantir is our concern. We must seize it before it falls into Sauron's hands. With it, his armies will be unstoppable. The fate of the city matters not.
I will not let them be slaughtered like my brothers at the Black Gate. We need to do something. Taking out the captain should buy the Gondorians some time.
And they could lead us to the Palantir. We must find a worm and make him talk.
Alright, find intel on the Orc commander, and he's right down there. All you have to do is just dive on down there. Turn on your Wraith World. Look for the green guy. Go up to him and press the drain button. Drain. Shazam. And you get intel.
For the Palantir.
Alright, here we go. These are Sauron's captains leading the siege. Interrogating worms grants intel. Press spacebar or press that button to get intel on this captain. It's this captain right here. Okay, getting intel. Gaining intel on captains reveals their weaknesses. I'm not going to read all these instructions, these in-game tutorials. You can just pause the video and read this up if you so desire. Basically, you're just getting intel on this guy. And I'll show you about that after we regain control of the game. It's Crackhorn the Warbringer.
Is in the lower city.
Then he will go no further.
Alright, let's take a look at Crackhorn. Go to your pause menu, go to Army. Look for the guy with the yellow thingy over his head. Press the details button, and this is his situation. These are his immunities, and these are his weaknesses. He is arrow-proof, he is fire-proof, he is poison-proof, and he is beast-proof. Most importantly, he is arrow-proof. So, don't shoot your bow at him unless you make him afraid. Make him very afraid. How do you make him afraid? Do a stealth attack. He's dazed by stealth. So anytime a captain... meet Mr. Mumblemouth. And also, I'd like you to meet Mr. Fumblefingers. Mr. Fumblefingers is going to provide you with entertainment while I learn how to play Shadow of War while doing live commentary, which is a lot harder than you think, okay? Yeah. So, say hello, Mr. Fumblefingers. Hello, how you doing? Oh boy, I'm glad to play. Yeah, I bet you are. Okay, yeah, dazed by stealth. As soon as any captain is dazed, all his immunities are temporarily disabled. So if we can daze him with a stealth attack, we can go at him with the bow. Alright, that's the plan. When we get to him, that's what we're going to do. For now, let's go out of here. In this area here, if you go into Wraith World, you look around, the green guys have intel, and the white guys have loot. No, I don't believe that there's any guys with loot in here. So we're just going to go after the intel, and there's always 2 intel after you get this guy. There's always 2 more in this area. That's all we're going to do, because grunt orcs do not give XP. So aside from loot, there's nothing else to gain in here except that intel. So let's just speed run for the intel, get it, and get out. You there, give it up, offer your spirit. Ah! Okay, so these are all the captains. They're all unidentified captains. They're like little mini bosses. You're going to be facing a lot of them, so get used to them. If you don't know a captain's weaknesses, he's a lot harder to take down. And in effect, you cannot even take advantage of his weaknesses unless you actually know them. Okay, you can't discover them by accident. You actually have to get intel. I figure the best guys to get intel on are the ones in the back. Okay, they're ranked by strength. The ones in the back are higher level, the ones in the front are lower level. I figure the ones in the back are the best ones to get intel on because they're harder to take down, and if you bump into them, you want intel on them. So let's just do this systematically. As we get intel, we'll work on the back row, and then we'll go on the second row, and then we'll go to the front row. Okay, that's the plan. Let's get this guy. This guy is Mozu the Diseased. I'm just going to quickly hover over this. You can pause the video and read this up if you so desire. We'll get to him later if we run into him. Okay? There we go. That's that. Okay, let's go back to the Wraith World. There's another green guy over there. Let's just speed run over and get his intel. Give it up. Off for your spirit. Same deal here. Let's get this guy. Bag of the Reckless. Okay, a quick rundown on what he is all about. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just doing that as a curiosity. And that's it. That's all we want in this area. Let's go to the quest marker, which is right over there.
It's the Grey Walker. I thought he was dead.
I like this guy. He is dead. Oh my gosh. And now it's a quick in-game tutorial on how to use the bow. Okay, so just hold down your aim button to aim the bow, and hold down the attack button to charge the bow. Release the attack button to fire. That's all there is to it. Let's do it. Four for 4. Wait a minute. Whoop. Hey. You're supposed to be dead. Okay, that's what you get for ruining my perfect score. That's that. Look in the bottom left corner of the screen. You see your minimap. You see 1 out of 5. That's how many arrows you have at your disposal. We just used up 4.
Good for the Gondorians. We have to help.
The Palantir is a powerful artifact. If we were to possess it,
We could turn the tide.
Okay, now we're told to investigate this clue. Press that button to investigate the clue. This thing, you're going to be facing this every once in a while. This is kind of weird. What I'm doing is I'm pressing the directional buttons. You test it in all different directions, okay? So whatever your directional buttons are, press them in all different directions. So whichever one brings it more in focus, that is the correct one. Keep holding that, and now hold down the attack button on your mouse and go in other directions, and you'll get the footy prints. Somebody else is going to have to explain how to do that on the console. I believe that's using both joysticks or something like that. Yeah, that's how you do that on the console. Yeah, it's a little awkward, but you have to do that. Okay, so before we follow the trail of footy prints, let's get some more arrows. See, you get some free arrows. Look for those things all around. See, they look like that. Alright, that's how you refill your arrows. And quick shot. Detonate grog barrels with your bow. Hold down aim and press the attack button for a quick shot. Okay, can do. Ba-boom. Introduce those guys to the Big Bang Theory, and hold up. Let's refill our arrows. There we go. Follow the footy prints. And we're going to town.
He's close.
the Wraith World will reveal his presence.
Alright, so you have to press your Wraith World button. Look around for the captain. The captain is over there. Press that button, whatever it is. It's X for me.
Crackhorn.
To locate the captain. Crackhorn the Warbringer. Once again, dazed by stealth. Let's go over and whack him. And if anybody gets in our way on the way, we'll whack them too. Well, we can leave him alone. Oh, looks like he's shooting stuff at me. That's not very friendly. Okay, just to make sure. Okay, grab, throw down, execute. This is part of my Orcinator combat style. I don't bother using the sword very often. I actually very rarely use the sword. It's all about getting the orc on the ground and then doing a ground execution. It's a lot more effective. For more information on that, check out the first video in the playlist. How to wipe out orcs quick and easy. The Orcinator. And that's what this first section of this walkthrough is all about. How to build an Orcinator.
It's blue. They call it the Seeing Stone. You see that, then you come running to me. Do not touch it. Now,
Okay,
I'm
let's
gonna
go into
say
stealth
that
mode.
again. Do
Sneak
not
right up on this
touch
captain
it.
here.
If it doesn't kill you.
Okay, here's the plan. We're gonna do a strike from above. Once you get above guy in stealth mode, once he's highlighted red, you can do a stealth attack. This is gonna daze him, and then we can actually shoot him with the bow temporarily. So we're gonna do a stealth attack and then headshots and see if we can finish him off before Ithil shows up. That's the plan. Let's do it. Okay, he's temporarily dazed. Oh no, let me get the kill. Come on, come on, come on.
I've heard stories about
Sometimes they can kill him before the introduction.
Stories about how you can't die. Well, let's find out if they're true.
Oh, he's arrow proof now. There we go, that's it. So I just did a stun attack to finish him off. He had very little health left. And because their captain died, they all ran away in fear. Well, most of them. Go ahead, run away in fear. Attaboy. He's a good orc. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, and we get our first piece of gear. Defeating captains allows Celebrimbor. Yeah, I want to say Celebrimbor, but it's Celebrimbor. Celebrimbor to forge powerful gear. You can manage your gear in the inventory menu. Okay, let's just go there right now. And you can read this up if you so desire. I'm just going to explain it to you quickly. This is our sword. It does 30 damage. The new one we picked up does 32 damage. Let's press this bar or this button here to replace it, and that's it. We have replaced our sword. Now, all these other pieces of gear, we only have one, so we can't go into like the inner menu. But basically, this is the sword. This is your dagger for stealth attacks. This is the bow. This is your chest piece, and this is your cloak. All right. Once you have multiple pieces of gear, you can click on that piece of gear and see what you have. All right. The one you have equipped, this is the easiest way to read this. The one you have equipped is always to the furthest left, and all the others are lined up here like that. Alright? And we're going to get gems, and I'll explain about gems later on when we actually get some. Okay? And you'll see these slots down here appearing. For now, that's enough about that.
Why are you out here alone?
My raiding party was trapped in the lower city overnight.
How many of you were there?
Not enough.
Minas Ithil still stands.
We're about to lose the middle city, Ranger. They'll be closing the gate if they haven't already. We need to get up there as fast as we can.
I'll be right behind you. Wait. What is your name?
Ithil,
Talion.
don't fall behind, Talion. We've lost enough men today.
Okay, new objective, follow Ithil.
Do you hear that, Ranger? They're closing the gate.
And let's cut a path up there.
Try not to fall behind there, Ithil.
Sergeant Tarandor's going to need our help. Let's move.
Okay, so we just have to follow her, and periodically we're going to bump into a big gang of orcs, and it's going to say clear the area. When that happens, the best thing to do is just use Drain. All you have to do is just help them out. You don't have to kill all the orcs, because it never really, you know. Just use Drain. It's an instant kill. Or an instant, you know, make them afraid, very, very afraid. This will keep you healthy too, in case you get attacked, like I just did. There you go. There we go. Follow Ithil. That's it. That's all. Whoops. Sorry, Ithil. She actually got dazed. Okay. Get it together. Shake it up. Shake it up. Atta girl. Okay. And there is music. 1 second, please. Sorry, I can't stand music in video games. I only turned it on for the first video because there was a lot of cutscenes. I only turned it on as a courtesy. But normally I can't stand music in video games. Okay, here we go. Same thing. Just drain everybody. Except if, like, you know. There we go. Nice and healthy again. This guy wants a little bit of an execution. Okay, follow Ithil.
We must aid them.
Where'd she go? Here she is. As you can see, they don't bother killing all the orcs whenever there's like one of those clear the area, defend the area kind of thing. So it's just a matter of helping out a little bit until you get the next objective. Okay, guys, come on, try to keep up.
Join us! The gate is closing!
We'll be right behind you. Gate's still open. Get up there now. Cut them down.
The middle city is lost!
Pulling back. Go. Go. Cowards on a Sergeant Daigle.
Alright, here we go. Clear the area. You there. Offer your spirit. Boom. Boom. I'm loving their head spot. It's some head popping goodness there. Whoa, hold up here.
They're sealing the gate! Move out! Move out!
This is where you'll die.
There's actually an orc running with us. Did you join us or something?
Faster, Ranger!
Faster?
Cut down the stragglers.
Faster, Ithil! Sorry, I just did that on purpose. It just really bugs me when she says faster. Okay, come on, let's go. Damn.
Quickly! Under the gate!
Get moving.
Okay, and then she does an Indiana Jones under the gate. Nice roll.
What are you doing?
I won't be long. Go.
Have the archers provide support.
Okay, now we have to clear the area, and we're now given the key weapon in this Orcinator build that we're gonna like create in this the first segment of this walkthrough. The glaive, the heavy attack. Hold down the attack button and release it to operate the glaive. Let's do that right now. And booyah! Knocks them all down and makes them susceptible to ground execution. Okay, now the archers are actually going to provide a lot of support, so you don't really have to work too hard to kill all these guys. And I don't have any elf shots. There's some over here always. Like I said, you don't get any XP for killing them, so like I said, don't work too hard to kill these guys, because anybody else? Yeah. Awesome. Come on, you can make it. Come on. Ah. Good try. Good try. Good on you. We'll notify your next of kin. Tell him you went down in a flaming ball of glory.
We've lost the middle city. We made them pay for every inch of ground. but they now hold it.
Then our fate will be decided here. Our inner wall is our strongest, and we have double their archer.
We cannot match the orcs for their numbers or ferocity.
Now, our people have held back Sauron's forces before.
But some things were lost forever.
Yes, of course they were. Go to the Great Hall. Secure the relics.
My place is here.
Make sure they are taken to Henathanum.
Is that an order?
You must understand. We must protect what is most precious
At
at
all costs.
Yes. That is an order.
Then I'll see it done. But I'll be back on the wall before their next assault.
A ranger from the Black Gates. I heard you were all dead.
You heard the truth.
If you've come to fight for Minas Ithil, Ranger, report to Captain Berenor.
Not come to join your army, gentlemen, but for the Palantir and its safekeeping.
Protect the city, and the Palantir will be safe. However, our raiding parties are targeting enemy captains in the lower city.
You wish to spread terror in their ranks.
Yes. It's about time they tasted fear.
The men are assembled, gentlemen.
Minas Ithil. I never would have thought it was pronounced like that. Okay, I gotta remember that. Minas Ithil, Minas Ithil, Minas Ithil. Okay, here we go. Skill point gains, because, and this is gonna happen pretty much for the first, I'd say, at least the first 20 missions, 20 main missions. You're gonna get a skill point every time. You're gonna level up quickly. The fastest way to level up is to do the main missions. But I'm gonna show you a few other tricks on how to power level as well. Skill point gain. Press space bar or whatever that button is for you to close. Skill points, a little tutorial on skill points. Let's press that button here to go to the character menu. Now hold it here. Do not press this button. Okay, do not press this button. Now it's giving you kind of an in-game tutorial on how to activate a skill by telling you to press this button to unlock the Elven Agility skill. You do not have to spend this skill point on that. You can just cancel out of this. I didn't know this the first time I went through the game. You can just cancel out of this. So whatever the cancel button is for you, press it now. And you can keep that skill point and spend it on whatever you want.
Secure the Palantir now. The city is weak and it will not hold for much longer.
But we cannot leave the Gondorians to their fate. Castamir is right. By protecting the city, we protect the Palantir.
Look,
The towers bear his mark.
those were my towers once. Now Sauron's corruption spreads beyond the borders of Mordor. He mocks me.
They give him sight.
Not without the Palantir.
Okay, the siege of I forgot how to pronounce it. Minas Ithil. Minas Ithil. The siege of Minas Ithil. Okay, so press that button to open up the map. And you can read this up if you so desire. I'll just explain it to you once I'm freed from these in-game tutorials. Banished from death. When you are killed, time advances and you resurrect at the nearest fast travel point. Nemesis missions resolve. And I'll explain all about that later. Probably a little better too.
We will dismantle
And that
his
is
hold
it.
on Minas Ithil. We will
Minas
shift the
Ithil.
tide of war.
Minas Ithil. And we get 100 Mirian. That's the game's currency. Okay, so, you done, game? May I proceed? Thank you very much. Alright, now, go to your pause menu. Number 1, go to your character menu. We have earned a skill point. We are, as I said, building my special Orcinator build. Okay, my no spam attack, or no attack spam Orcinator build. We are going to push hard for ground finisher. That's in the first skill tree, the combat skill tree. Basically, this is your typical skill tree. You unlock the first skill to get the second skill unlocked. Buy that skill to get the third skill unlocked. Buy the skill to get the fourth skill unlocked, etc., etc. all these things here are little upgrades, okay, that you can get. Once you've unlocked this skill, you can buy an upgrade, but all of them are level locked. So if you hover over each one, it'll tell you, you know, for example, we're going to get this one here eventually. Not that one. Well, let's just use that as an example. Alright? And you can see that this is only available at level 5. Alright? And you have to spend skill points to get these upgrades as well. Also, each skill has 2 or 3 upgrades. You can buy them all, but you can only have one active at a time. Alright, so even though you've bought them all, you can swap out the one that's active anytime you want, but you can only have one active at a time. Alright, and that's that. So let's get execution. Definitely want that. Right? And that is that. Next, let's go to the map. Okay, this is what the game is telling you. I'll quickly explain. These things here, these are main missions. Click on it to highlight it and it'll show up in the gamescape. You see it's right over there. And you can highlight anything. Okay, there's all kinds of collectibles. Once we do the next little part here, I'll show you about collectibles. These are captains. These little skulls here are captains. The white skulls are unknown captains. The orange skulls have been identified, but not necessarily have intel on them. They may or may not have intel on them. Sometimes they get identified for other reasons. Alright, and that's that. Let's go do this next little mission here called the Eyes of Sauron. This will just take a minute or two, and it'll explain about fast travel towers, which are called Haedir. So let's go to the first fast travel tower there. And yep. As you can see, Talion is a great climber. He can also jump from great heights. Takes no damage at all. Ever. So don't worry about that. Do not try this at home, kids, though.
of the Palantir, but we can turn Sauron's low craft against him.
These towers can give us sight.
We will purify them and make them ours.
Okay, so we have to purify this Haedir tower. Press whatever that button is for you. Hold it. I have no idea what he says, but I think it's pretty cool.
It has been lost, and all that will be lost if his corruption is allowed to return.
Alright, now every time you purify a Haedir tower, you get a list of collectibles along the top there, okay? The first one is Ithil, the second one is Shelob, and the third one is Hidden Barrels. I'll explain more about that as we go along in the walkthrough. But for now, as soon as you purify a Haedir tower and you get this kind of screen here, you have a chance. You don't have to though, you can just exit out of this. Just press and hold the cancel button. Actually, you can't in the first one, you have to identify a few. Okay, but you don't, once you discover other Haedir towers, you don't have to discover everything immediately. You can exit out of it. But the first one you have to discover stuff, because this is kind of like a tutorial. So basically just move around, and as soon as you get a circle, you know that you're near something to discover. So just keep moving. I'll show you the best way to find these things, okay? Once you got the circle, move laterally to make the circle shrink, and then once you've got the circle down to the smallest it will go, see, it's not going to go any smaller. Okay, so it goes to the smallest you can go, then start moving up or down. So that's the wrong way because it's getting bigger. So move down, getting smaller, smaller, and when you see that, the little blue thingy there, press that button, and you discover something. You discovered a Shelob memory. Alright, so that's just left of the Colosseum. Let's move more left and down a bit, and we get the circle again. Same thing, move laterally until it moves as small as possible, and we get, boom, an Ithil. Move left again and down, move down towards water, we get another circle. Once again, make it as small as possible. Move down here, and bingo.
The city is built on the ruins of my kingdom, yet some things remain. Those are my barrows, still hidden from Sauron's sight. There I will show you why we must retrieve my ring.
Alright, now you notice that all the collectibles in this area are now highlighted blue. They start out as white, and we now have 1 for 1 across the board. So we've found all the collectibles or points of interest that we can from this Haedir tower. Right? Now we can exit out of it by simply holding down the cancel button. Exit out, okay? And that's that. And whenever you exit the game, you always respawn at the nearest Haedir tower or fast travel point. Now there's 2 more Haedir towers in this region. There's one right there, and there's one right there. If you discover those 2, if you purify them, okay, you'll get another skill point. You don't even have to find all this stuff once you get to that Haedir tower. All you have to do is just simply purify it, run over here and purify that one, and get a free skill point. That's coming up next video. But for now, I'm going to call it. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and if you thought this video was remotely entertaining, hey, don't forget to hit the old like button, and don't forget to subscribe to make sure you get all my videos hot off the press. Alright, see you next video. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.